Hello everyone, I Dr. Devabrata Singh from Shiksha Anusandhan University, Odisha. Today we will discuss about the correlation between chronicity of diabetes and comorbidities with this depression. So in this Diabetic 2020, the World Congress on Diabetes and Healthcare, I felt privileged to become a part of this international conference. This diabetic conference will concentrate on the purpose of research, advancement and applications in the field of diabetes. So, as I told, the topic is correlation between chronicity of diabetes and the depression. So, according to Patrick Klussmann, 1 plus 1 equals much more than 2 when we add the diabetes with the depression. Having diabetes can take its toll with something feeling, waiting about the various aspects of the self-management. People with different kind of diabetes often have different psychological needs. For many patients, demands for self-care can be frustrating, overwhelming, burdening, with ultimately affected by the psychological, physical and social aspects of everyday. So diabetes is the leading cause of morbidity, heart disease, and the major reason of death among diabetes patients. So the main focus in this research work is how we are correlating diabetes with the depression. Thank you to all the organizers. Thank you to all the participants, those who are attending this conference, Conference Mind Diabetes 2020. So under this, these are my contents. Will be discussed about the introduction. Under the introduction, what are the problem definition, motivation, and the second part will be discussed about what is diabetes and depression, what are the different stages and what are the different types of diabetes. As I told, diabetes are generally 4 types, and starting from 0 level to 4th level. 4th level is the most dangerous, and under the 3rd category we will discuss the psychological effects on diabetes. 50, we will discuss about the diabetes and depression outcome with some of the references. We conclude our paper or presentation of the research work. Coming to the introduction part of this discussion, now in pandemic situation of COVID-19, diabetes and depression share a triangular association and influencing each other in multiple ways. That's why in this diagram you see interact diagonally all these 3 things: depression, diabetes and COVID-19 patients. So previously I talked about the depression, diabetes. Now I introduced the concept, the third one, trigonally connected, that is called COVID-19. So the interface of COVID-19, diabetes and psychiatric patients has fascinated both endocrinologists and mental health professionals for last 6 months. But before this 6 months, diabetes and depression are correlated to each other. If I think or consider, according to the International Diabetes Federation, 382 million people are affected by diabetes and 592 millions of people will be affected in 2035. And if we are considering India alone can contain 65.1 million people will be affected by the diabetes at the age of 22 to 80 years old. So in 2030, India itself is sitting on a diabetic volcano, and mostly guidelines on diabetes overlook the psychological needs of the patient and focus more on the medical aspects of initial management. So coming to the next slide, what is my objective? My objective is to study the psychiatric morbidity in patients diagnosed as diabetes mellitus. Second point is to correlate psychiatric morbidity with socio-demographic data. So next come to what is my motivation? Why we are thinking that we have to focus on this diabetes and psychiatric disorder as well as the COVID-19 patient in recent pandemic situation. So diabetes, a chronic disease frequently associated with the psychiatric disorders. Psychiatric illness such as depression leads to neurohormonal changes such as changes in the hypothalamic pituitary axis. These comorbidities with depression and diabetic patients are correlated to psychiatric comorbidities with socio-demographic data. So that chronicity of this diabetes is strongly related to the comorbidities of the depression. So we think about this diabetes, depression, how they are correlated each other. By the help of some technical concept, we can resolve their problems. Will come into that side. So coming to the overview, most of physicians suggest that the main factors for diabetes are bad for lifestyle. Other factors can be obesity, viral infection, and sometimes also chemical food, environmental pollution, immune reactions, bad food habits, and oily foods, maximum salt in the foods. So these are the main reasons how the diabetes is fast growing disease in the world now. As I told, in 2030, people will be explosively increasing the patient that is called diabetic patients. So what is diabetes? It is a metabolic disorder. You can see this diagram. Body does not produce the insulin. The proper insulin part will not properly functioning. Blood sugar level will become high, and as I told, there are three types of diabetes: diabetes 1, 2, and gestational diabetes. So will be discussed elaborately, because diabetes is now, we can according to some of the researchers, they are telling diabetes is in 4 types. So next is, what is depression? So simple, a mental health disorder characteristics by persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities causing significantly impairment in daily life. That is called depression. So some causes includes like combination of the biological, psychological, and social sources of distress is called depression. Increasing suggestions that these factors may cause changes in brain functions, including altered activity of certain neural circuits in the brain, is called depression. So if we think about the depressed mood, if what is sad, anxious, anxieties, feeling is flat affected, irritable, these are called the depressed moods. So to this depressed mood or depression, we have to think about the feeling of sadness, loss of interest, and loss of pleasure in most activities. So generally we feel weight or aptitude changes, and decrease the weight without the dieting, increase the weight, and the most important is sleep disturbances. So sleep disturbances like insomnia or hyperinsomnia. So this depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness or loss of interest. So we can think if we have less fatigue or lack of energy, then we are feeling that depression. So psychometer changes like slower than the usual and feelingness of worthlessness and guilty, impaired concentration in the difficulty. So these are some of the points on the depression. And if we think what is depression anyway, depression is a physical and emotional illness, and it is very common and it is also treatable, and it means if other illness is present. But depression, you cannot say that if you are thinking you are feeling sad or discouraged, that is called depression. If you think we are weak, then that is not depression. If you think our willingness power is less, we cannot say that it is depression. So under this depression, some of the so many cases we are finding that is called the suicide depression or like Sushant Singh Rajput that creates the depression and attempt to take the suicide. So this could stem from financial problem to death of a loved one and broken the relationship. So the most common situation of this depression is suicidal thoughts. So it may be the financial problem, it may be the remorse, or it may be the rejection, it may be the sexual abuse, or the relationship breakup, or the unemployment. So depression may causes the diabetes, diabetes may causes the depression. So coming to the next is what are the causes of depression. So many causes of the depressions are there. Out of mainly are genetic disease, and second one is biological, and third one the environmental. So we'll not focus about the what are the causes of depression, but what are the type of diabetes we have to think. As we told in the previous slide, there are three types of diabetes. So diabetes 1, the immune system of body destroys the important cells which produce insulin to absorb the sugar. This is the most common type of diabetes in the nowadays, and this attacks generally to the child to adult. But type 2 diabetes is found in the general in the adults, mainly middle age to old age. So the obesity is one of the cause for type 2 diabetes that is generally measured by the MBI, body mass index. If we have facing type 2 diabetes, then we are unable to produce insulin. Then after you can think that your diabetes is high diabetes. So third one is it's known as gastrointestinal diabetes. This type of diabetes is mainly found in case of pregnant women. So it develops the glucose level in the blood. The level is very high, and you should be treated urgently. Otherwise, that problem may be seize the patient, and it can affect or damage all the most vital part of the body, that is heart, liver, kidney, and eyes, etc. So moving to next, what are the stages of the diabetes? In this figure you can see stages 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 100 to 200, 300 and 4. So 0 to 100 is generally called the stage 1 or stage 0. So stage 0 is generally called as normal, and stage 1 is compensated with the B cell. So normal or increased insulin is created by this. So sometimes it is called compensation, where secretion of insulin increases to maintain the normal glycemia and B cell mass decrease. But in stage 2, it's adapted IgT and P type 1 and isolate TX beta cell. So the glucose level starts increasing, and the beta cell mass also decreases in case 0, 1 and 2. But in stage 3, it's an unstable period in which we are facing the problems. We start the diabetes with the glucose level relatively increases and approaches to stage 4. Now the most important is stage 4 and stage 5. The serious concept comes in this stage 4 is characterized as stable decomposition and beta cells are more present. So stage 5 severe decomposition of buffers and beta cell mass severely reduces, and we can say that stage 5 is very dangerous to all the progressions. Next is, what are the various physical effects of the diabetes? So as I told, there are so many problems you are facing in psychological effects, that is quality of life. You are sadness, you are feeling loneliness, you are feeling uncomfortable, and the relationship will automatically break up. You will not discuss with your friends, you will not communicate with your all the things with your relatives, and you are facing the problem in the depression. So the emotions also distressed, and you are feeling each and every time you are stressed, and you are each and every talk you are feeling and facing, you are irritating your anger, and you are feeling guilty also, and each and everything will not acceptable, and the good things will not acceptable. What your mind comes to automatically it will be acceptable, and that may be a bad decision. So some of the few symptoms of depression are feeling depressed like sad and lack of interest and inability to sleep and early working, extremely mood swing and tiredness, loss of appetite, as I told previously, feeling worthiness of guilty, continuous thoughts of suicide and death. So many cases we have already present. Then what is your prevalence of diabetes? So prevalence according to the International Diabetes in 189 million individuals have diabetes worldwide. So individual with diabetes has twofold increased risk, approximately 1 in million. According to the American Diabetes, 3 or 5% of the population at any given time with a rate 15 to 20%. So depression is under recognized in patients with diabetes. So next is how we are feeling normal and real depression. Normal depression is life events, death of loved one, major changes, moods, few symptoms, short durations, and but if you have some problems with diabetes and depression, then mood will be bad. Many symptoms you will be facing. It will be shown many symptoms, and it will be not within less days it will be recovered. It will take more time, months, weeks, and years. Then significant improvements in functions can be celebrated. So next is, what are the outcome of the diabetes? So outcome of diabetes mellitus are greater risk of heart diseases, higher body mass indexes, hyperglycemia, and the worse diabetes self-care affected by the worse adherence and increase the mortality risk. So if you are not taking care about the diabetes, your mortality risk is more. So some of the outcomes are depression can influence physical outcomes such as recovery from the myocardial infarction and survival of the malignancy and the pro-sensitivity of the infection. And second point, to discuss the synergistic interaction between diabetes and depression, decreases metabolic control and higher incidence of micro and macro angiopathy diabetes and decrease the quality of life. So these are some of the outcomes of the diabetes. And next is, how can we manage the diabetes? So cognitive behavioral therapy is the most important part. And antidepressant pharmacology, you can use n number of tablets, you can use any antidepressant tablets, and compliance with both diabetic and antidepressant medications. So mostly you have to exercise, you have to practice the yoga, you have to good food, you have to good diet, you have to exercise and approach the stress. And if you have to choose the antidepressants, and antidepressants should not no influence on the body. So no interaction with the numerous medications, it should not be reduce hypotension and should not produce cardiovascular or body or blood pressure effects. So the most important part is minimization of the sedation, minimization of the sexual dysfunction. So in this figure, depression population, general population is like this, and the most typical individuals increase and the worst diabetic populations. Just reversing the two directions. And what is the outcome of this discussion, diabetes and depression? So the relationship between psychological disorder and diabetes is multiple factorial. You can use n number of factorials. Their coexistence can influence glycemia, control behavior in self and fear, and psychological and emotional needs to be diabetes patients are often overlooked when the person is forced to meet with challenges to fail to succeed. So if we increase the risk factor of the complication association of the diabetes, then we can think about the how it is more seriousness, and addressing the patient's psychological needs to overcome the psychological behavior of the advance. So long-term benefits can be improved the health outcomes. Out of this, if we think these are some of the outcomes, then coming to the last part of the session, that is called conclusion. Hence, early diagnosis and management of morbid depression also help in diabetes management. As psychiatric illness among diabetes was 66% and common disorders were anxiety and depressions, it was seen that patients are suffering from insulin dependent diabetes and more depression. The occurrence of depression was more in those diabetic but more than 2 years duration of illness. All individuals with diabetes should be regularly screened for the presence of depression and anxiety symptoms, and early intervention is needed for the better quality of life. So these are some of the references. So we can think these are some of the most collected part of these references, and some other references are there here also. And thank you. Thank you for your listening. Thank you to all of you giving me the opportunity for this International Conference Diabetes 2020. Thank you to all the organizers. Thank you.